topic for today is how to stay locked in on your New Year's resolutions throughout all 12 months, throughout the whole year without sliding off. Or if you do, how to get back on your goals and on your progress quickly when you do sort of mess up. Okay, so there are three practical things that I have done to be able to stay on top of my goals, and I'm proud to say that throughout 2025, I set out a huge list of resolutions and goals and things that I wanted to do and achieve during 2025, and I think that I did pretty good, and because I was revisiting those goals on a weekly, sometimes daily basis. So I'm going to show you the systems that you can use to make sure that you're actually revisiting those goals. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first one, each of these images represents one of them. Let's go with number one over here. So for example, I had a Notion page with all of my resolutions written out. I'm not going to make that page today, but for the sake of examples, I'm just explaining how I set that up. So I literally just had resolutions and I had a long list of to-dos in Notion, and those ranged from things that I wanted to improve on in terms of like personal growth, confidence, relationship building, etc. But then also like tangible things like a certain like race I wanted to run and all sorts of like places I wanted to go to. So it was really like resolution, personal growth, bucket list, all sorts of things that I wanted to do in 2025. So you've written all of those out, you've made it aesthetically pleasing. I added like inspirational like quotes and images into it and stuff. So you've made that a page. So I'm gonna go page here. Obviously you will make it nice and pretty. You put all of this, copy it, put it in here. Okay. So you have this link. So you're going to press share, copy link. So what I'm going to do then is go into wherever my calendar is. For me, that is Google Calendar. Might be something different for you. Starting, maybe you are kind of taking the week off here and you're going to lock in second week of January. Choose whatever time is best for you. Maybe it's Sunday evening. Maybe it's Monday morning. Something like that. I think I'm gonna just delete this one. I did that for a different video just so I have some space on Monday. So Monday morning, let's say Monday morning at maybe 8 a.m. 8 a.m., it doesn't have to be long, literally it could be 5 minutes, but let's say 8 to 8:15. You are gonna add the location of this link. Actually I do want a notification. I'm gonna add a notification email 5 minutes before. Make it a nice color or something. And I'm gonna add review New Year's resolutions. By the way, sorry, part of my screen is cut off. I have it so that it shows all of this screen, but anyway, I'm sure you can imagine this. You are adding review New Year's resolutions. You're gonna do that for 5 minutes every week. For added instructions, I'm gonna say that read it plus add comments. And so what I mean by that, so first let me put a weekly on Monday. So you're gonna have that every single Monday. So every single Monday, you're gonna see it, you're gonna do it, and then you can delete it to show that you've done it. What I mean by comments is that when you want to read all of these so it's fresh in your mind. Literally, even if you made no progress, just read it. And then you want to start to add comments, even if you haven't finished it. So for example, say it's do a marathon. Maybe it's March, you haven't done a marathon, but if you've made progress, you should pat yourself on the back for it and document it. So for do a marathon, maybe you registered for the marathon. Maybe the next week, you haven't started training, but you signed up for a run club. So that really helped me, and I did that every single week for all of my resolutions. I would update myself on what I had done to make progress. And it's just like a subconscious way of telling your mind, first of all, giving you some dopamine if you did make a step towards the goal, even if you still have a long way to go. But on top of that, it also just like keeps everything fresh in your mind. So subconsciously you will be thinking of what you can do throughout the week to get closer to these goals, and it literally takes no effort. Like, this is like a 5-minute routine a week, 5 minutes every week. Okay, so that sort of sums up this system that I had, and it was extremely helpful for me. Next thing, we're gonna do something that is going to help you on a daily basis, and it's also actually really fun. And so that is a vision board, and I recommend that you use Pinterest for this. I think Pinterest is amazing for this. So I am going to create a board. So maybe it's resolutions. Sure, why not? Okay. So I am going to start to add pins to it. And I actually, for me, I did this in Notion last year, but I have been getting more into Pinterest. So I think going forward, I might do it in Pinterest. And then what I would do is after you have actually done this, print it out, put it on a board so that it's actually, you don't have to be going online for it, and put it in your room, put it maybe near your bed so you're seeing it every single morning. And also, like, Pinterest is so fun and aesthetic that it's like, it only like, it's gonna add to your decor. Like, it's fun to look at, right? So I am going to, so maybe it is, I'm gonna keep with that like running theme maybe. So I looked up marathon girl. So maybe, let's see, save. Let's see, what else? And I think it's kind of fun to like choose people that also like maybe like look kind of like you and stuff like that. Like, I mean, like maybe you just like choose people that you sort of, that resonate with you, and that you feel you can kind of emulate. So I'm afraid I'm exposing myself now because I actually like, I started using Pinterest here we go, thank God. Okay, I wasn't sure how to do it, so I guess you just click on the photo, press save. Oh no, good Lord. Okay, I'm adding it to resolutions. There we go. Okay, so clearly I gotta work on my Pinterest skills. I usually don't organize stuff in the board, I just have it like disorganized. But okay, as you can see, I actually did succeed in putting 2 of them in resolution. So keep doing that. Find stuff that inspires you. It can be goal related. I mean, like literally, even if it is just aesthetic, like maybe it's like you wanna get up earlier, have like a nice photo with like coffee in the morning. Let's look that up. Again, it can be so personal, and the nice thing is this is just for you. So you're not trying to impress anybody. Like, make it for yourself, print it out, and put it right by your bed so you see it every single day in the morning. And it is psychologically proven that that actually helps you. It helps it keep it fresh in your mind, and it helps your brain understand that it is possible for you. It's sort of like manifesting, like it brings it into the present for you, even though you might not have all those things yet. Okay, moving on to the third and final one I'm going to talk about, and it is related to accountability. So, I think it's really important that you keep yourself accountable. So, what I would recommend is finding an accountability buddy. Maybe that is a friend, a family member, could literally be somebody that you know from like I've seen people make friends on the internet through like productivity groups or entrepreneurship groups, and they just get on Zoom every single week or maybe just once a month, and they keep each other accountable. if you know that you need to make progress on your goals because you're going to be meeting with your accountability partner at the end of the month and you don't want to have to say that you did literally nothing, that is a great motivator, and why not outsource some of your motivation? So sure, maybe it's not coming truly intrinsically. Maybe you're like worried like, oh my God, I don't want to have to tell them that I did nothing. But that is a great way to hack your own motivation, to hack your own productivity. So find an accountability buddy, even if they might not be doing it, just be like, hey, like, would it be okay if I like sent you an update once a month on how I'm doing on this goal? Because I think that's gonna help me, and I like trust your like advice and support. And I think that person is just gonna be flattered that you ask them, even if maybe they're not like into the self-improvement stuff themselves as much. But if it's gonna help you, why not do it? And again, it's so low lift. Like literally, it's gonna take you like 2 minutes a month to write up that text or to hop on that 10-minute Zoom meeting and give your little report. And I think it's a fun way to make friends, to make connections, to keep yourself accountable. It's a win-win-win. So yeah, hopefully that helped. 3 tangible, practical ways that you can stay locked in throughout the entire year.